I said the other day that the darker Donald Trump's makeup is, I postulate, my theory is that the worse he feels that day. And let me tell you, he's having some bad days recently. I think that the weight of the schedule of the President of the United States is weighing upon him. We see this in numerous ways. He no longer explains the things that he's signing himself. He has someone standing there who's paid to be a mouthpiece. Well, what's this thing I'm signing? And then the guy explains it and Donald Trump signs it. The other thing that he's regressing back to the campaign and repeating these weird theories that he has. I've got two clips here that took place yesterday. One is in a cabinet meeting. The other is an interview with credibly accused rapist Greg Kelly, the Nepo baby son of the former NYPD commissioner. I think John Kelly was his name. And Donald Trump is rambling about groceries again, that it's an old-fashioned word that he brought back into prominence. It's very strange. He thinks that egg prices are now vanquished, that they're better, even though they're higher than they've ever been. Inflation is back on the rise again. The stock market is down. The economy isn't doing great. He was handed an economy on the rise from Joe Biden. And I think the weight of the reality of what's taking place is taking its toll on the old guy. And we see that with the dark, freakish makeup when he feels really bad about himself and in his language that he uses. Let's start with this cabinet meeting where he starts rambling about the word groceries, the old-fashioned word. They went way up, but it's a very descriptive word, he says. It's just bizarre. And then to his interview that aired on Newsmax.
But we brought eggs down at a level that nobody thought we could get at. I inherited that situation, and I inherited a grocery situation. The groceries went way up, an old-fashioned word, but it's a very descriptive word. Groceries have gone through the roof, and I used to campaign on it. I used to say we're going to get groceries down, and we have got it down. I watched a...
You used to campaign on it? The campaign just ended, doofus. What is he talking about? And one, look, if Donald Trump is in medium stages of dementia, if he is melting before our eyes, I don't feel like we need to be sympathetic to this man who attempted, while in his right mind, to end democracy in the United States. He's a traitor to the country. He has committed treason against the country. He stood shoulder to shoulder in Helsinki with Vladimir Putin and took a murderous dictator's word over the word of our more than a dozen lettered intelligence agencies. He's a liar and a grifter and a charlatan and an anti-democratic fascist. I don't think I owe him anything relative to sympathy at all. So when he talks about the old-fashioned word, it's an old-fashioned word. Is it? It's old-fashioned? Don't you use, are we going to go get groceries? Are we going to go to the grocery store? What other word would you use? But in his addled mind, and it's the only solution, the only explanation that I can land on is that he's addled. He is demented, right? Because it got worse. Yesterday, he had an interview with Greg Kelly, again, the aforementioned credibly accused rapist, Nepo baby, on Newsmax, and rambled again about groceries.
They talked about the price of groceries and how expensive it was, and I campaigned on it, in all fairness. I haven't used the word grocery. It's like an old-fashioned word, but really it's not, and people understand it. And I campaigned very hard on groceries, and they're coming down very much. If you look at your gasoline prices, it's really coming down tremendously, and that's bringing other prices down with it. So, I mean, I have really great people, but it took a period of time.
Sometimes I think it's important to repeat the quote, but not in his sing-song weirdo cadence. I haven't used the word groceries. It's like an old-fashioned word, but really it's not. And people understand it. Ostensibly, they understand the word, the old-fashioned word, groceries. And I campaigned on it, and I campaigned very hard on groceries, the old-fashioned word that no one uses anymore. This is the President of the United States of America, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the United States of America. And look, you might have been able to say during the first term that, yeah, he's Commander-in-Chief, but at least we've got General Mattis there to head off any difficulties that may arise from having this moron be the president, the Commander-in-Chief. We don't have that anymore. Now we've got Pete Hegseth, the also credibly accused rapist. The guy who hasn't guzzled a glass of whiskey that he wasn't fond of. The man who is leaking highly sensitive, top secret, classified war plans in an unauthorized text thread on a personal device to a journalist with no security clearance. We're in a tight spot. We're in a far different, more damaging position than we were during the first term. Because there's no John Bolton to try to chirp a little bit of sense into Donald Trump's ear. There's no Tillerman. What was the Tiller? Who was the first? I can't think of his name. The Exxon guy. There's no that guy who's out there calling Donald Trump a moron and a fucking moron and getting fired for it. We got Pete Hegseth. We got Marco Rubio. We have absolute just grundle butter craving sycophants and bootlickers, brown nosers, cult members, high priests in the cult of Donald Trump, who will say, yes, very good, sir. You did invent the word groceries. It is an old-fashioned word. No one uses it anymore. It's like horse and buggy. What? What do you think? You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. Please consider supporting my work here, helping produce. You can partner with me to help produce the content that we put out every day. You can click the join button below for $2 a month, become a channel member. You can go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are great. Patreon's better because they take I don't know why I'm bookmarking my constitution with this, but Patreon takes way less money than YouTube. YouTube takes like 35% or something crazy. I should have the number memorized, but anyway, I'd love your support. Every bit goes a long way. If I could marshal the size of this growing audience and 2%, 3%, 5% were to give $2 a month, holy shit, we could rival all of the progressive networks out there, progressive channels out there, and be one of the big ones. Anyway, I love and appreciate you very much. Follow me on social media if that's your thing. I'm at Dollemore, and I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine and take care of one another.